Yeah, it has been a long time since our last video, but I'm sure we'll be on our feet soon. Whoa! Oh! Oh, man! Where did you come from? ATTN, Ordinary Resident, Urgent Instructions, open immediately. Start your meaties!
Huh?
I just got this urgent VHS. We gotta watch it right now!
How urgent can a VHS be? That format died out before most of our audience was even born. Who even sent it?
Oh, return address just said normal business location, 1774 America Street, not the moon. Otahi.
Otahi? Well, that's entirely unsuspicious.
My thoughts exactly. Roll that beautiful beam footage. An instructional film if used as directed. If not, please induce vomiting.
Well, that was short.
Hello?
Oh. Part 17 in the Child Quality Control Checklist.
Man, the childlike whimsy's just steaming off this title card.
This is a story of a holiday and home.
Maintain demonstrated normalcy at all times while in your holiday or home.
You're doing it wrong, dear.
Helping make ready a celebration is part of the fun.
The fun of polishing knobs.
Especially for one of the nicest days of the year.
Day 3 of Lobster Fest.
Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Ah, yes, that classic Thanksgiving iconography. Fruit! I must not fear. Fear is the
Mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me.
There is happiness in the air.
Also known as leaded gasoline fumes.
And the smell of turkey.
from the neighbor's house, because you're getting a fetal boar.
That does look good.
Consult your field guide for appropriate use of this and other empty platitudes.
Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle is pleased.
Thick coating of cod liver oil ensures strong eyes and a glossy coat.
Be sure to don your best traditional Thanksgiving Christmas sweater.
Thanksgiving is a day for the best of everything.
Human civilization peaked with football, a 30-foot-tall inflatable Garfield, and a shrieking fistfight with Cousin Braden. Come at me, Braden.
And he runs right into Jerry Lewis coming the other direction.
Buddy!
This kid was the Kramer of his day.
And friends invited to dinner.
Friends not pictured and subject to availability. Yeah. What the hell's that supposed to be?
We remember the Pilgrims had only rough tables on which to serve the first Thanksgiving feast, yet it was shared with friendly Indians.
As were religious persecution, smallpox, and manifest destiny.
Now go stare at the blank wall until dinner, boys.
Yay!
It is good to share a holiday with friends.
They will be less likely to ask questions afterward.
It is bad to share stories of your many and varied fungal infections.
And it is good to have friends like to come to our home.
Offer guests a refreshing opioid to ensure likability.
My, look how you've gotten plump. I mean grown up, yes, grown up. Say, how much would you say you weigh, and would you like to have some stuffing right now?
Good manners make people happy, and good table manners make eating together a happy time.
And if you're not happy, That's clearly your fault.
Yeah, get your butts in the seats. By the way, who the hell are you?
We are thankful for our home and our happy meal.
Patented Skinner Burgers, old family recipe.
We are glad we have good table manners and know what to do with a napkin.
Even Zafrank couldn't out-weird this announcer.
And how to use a spoon in eating soup easily
Tip,
without
tip, tip,
noise.
tip, 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 tip.
You know, a strong headwind in that collar is going to put that kid right up a tree. Just right up there in the branches.
Is that borax I taste? Interesting.
Dear, stop pouring soup into your pants.
It just wouldn't be Thanksgiving without turkey.
And Bill Johnson from Day of Thanksgiving bursts into the studio booth with a gun!
Heathen! Bam, bam, bam!
We know Mother knows how to cook it.
So we don't offer any help and watch TV instead.
And Father knows how to carve it.
So he has no excuse for whatever the hell's happening here.
It is fine to know how to sit up and watch it being carved.
Until you get used to your eyes being in front, this will require practice. Ah!
Oh, what?
Sorry, I just had a flashback to Ice Pirates.
A gooey critter jumping out of that could only improve things.
Gotta leave space in the shot for Timmy's imaginary friend.
You would know this is a holiday plate.
If you hadn't slept through your plate recognition classes.
These shots are framed like security
First
footage.
Thanksgiving dinner, the Indians didn't eat turkey with a fork. But it is easy to learn to use one the right way.
You'll
to
probably
take
only stab it
small
in your thigh
mouthfuls.
twice, 3 times at most.
You know, I think the soundtrack is drunk.
I don't blame it.
Jealous.
Come on, move, okay, move, right, come on.
So I've been getting into the Church of Satan. It's swell. Yeah.
Left, you piece of...
Huh.
And how to butter and eat bread in small bites.
A question
So we
that has
never have
baffled
to
humanity
talk
since
with
the
food
dawn
in
of
our
time!
It is good to have learned to chew with lips closed
See Appendix 3B for further instruction.
and know when to take a drink.
Be aware if others are monitoring your drinking frequency. Adjust intake if suspicion is aroused.
God, I'm gonna be blocked up for days.
Every piece of him like you little
Wow.
Good table manners keep our meals happy meals,
Happy meat?
and those who eat with us happy.
Their ignorance of the plan must thus be maintained.
That's 2 strikes, dear.
Learning to use a knife the right way takes practice, yet each time we do, it becomes easier.
While you were drinking soup, I was studying the blade.
Oh, that look just made me very sad.
Smile through the pain.
What to do with a knife and fork, even when finished using them, is part of eating well.
And of hiding the
Holidays
evidence.
are days to be glad, and all good manners are ways to make people glad.
Gladdy, glad, glad.
We like to offer help, or to help when asked.
When the appointed time comes, we will offer help to all humans, and they shall praise us as saviors.
It is nice to talk with others,
Unless it's about NFTs and then run for the f***ing hills. Oof.
and to know when to wait and listen.
Keep the vino flowing to ensure there's plenty to listen to. Take extensive notes. Oh, wow, she's even lower in the frame than I usually am.
On this day, young Charlie McCarthy wished to become a wooden boy so he'd never have to go through this again.
We are glad to eat neatly, without spots.
Since we're saving Spot for Christmas dinner.
Run out of here!
Oof, that turkey's really repeating on me. Gonna need a lot more of these.
Holidays are fun.
But now it's 6 p.m., so fun's over. Back to work, chop chop, people.
Come on.
I hope everyone saved room for blackened sheep hearts.
I call the lift ventricle.
I have no idea what I'm looking at and ache to retain my ignorance.
Thank you, David.
Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.
That's nice, dear.
Oh, look where my hand was.
Keep that to yourself, dear.
And it is good to be part of a celebration.
A celebration of deathly silence and rigid chewing
It is
schedules.
fine to have learned so much, and to have so much in our home to make holiday celebrations happy.
Now go out and get into a brutal fist fight to buy more stuff for home on Black Friday.
Good Lord, is there a finger in there?
Oh, okay. I wish for the incessant piano noodling to leave me in peace.
Now, could you wish for more?
Of this? Hell no.
Stay tuned for Instructional Video Play 18, Vulnerabilities of the North American Social Contract. Thank you for watching, and all efforts unto the plan.
All efforts unto the plan. Destroy after viewing. Okay, Joby. Little dry. So, Starch, how'd that work out for you? Don't that just chill you to the bone with the Thanksgiving spirit and such like?
No, but I do feel slightly more confident in my ability to bluff my way past a human holiday. Just avoid eye contact, polish something, easy peasy.
But that's your go-to move. Your family even calls it the Starchibald Gambit.
See, before it was merely instinctual. Now I'll be doing it with intention. And malice aforethought.
Well, I learned that... hold that thought. Oh, hey there. Woo, you guys sure are a pair of big drinks of water. I dig the all-black suits, though. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Huh. Huh. Uh-huh. Really? Huh. Okay, that makes sense. Safe home to you, too. Yeah, papa, yeah, papa, and so, fun fact, the Blues Brothers just showed up. Turns out we didn't just see an instructional film for a clandestine alien infiltration unit disguised as a children's Thanksgiving short at all. Turns out it was just swamp gas and/or a weather balloon the whole time.
Alright, let's do this.
My thoughts exactly. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Man, the childlike whimsy's just steaming off this child. Cha.
It's like a mukbang of Golgotha.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Hey, Pipples! Did you like that bit of nonsense? Well then why don't you click like and subscribe and press that bell or whatever YouTube wants you to do?
You can also do us a big solid by joining our Patreon, where you'll get to join us for live streams, get early access to the newest videos, and other such things.